Hello people, and welcome to another episode of vlogging while Minecrafting. Hooray! Now if you'll notice, I did some work. I managed to finally figure out what I was doing with this before, and I did it. I put chests in here, and as you can clearly see, I have the podiums pretty much all set up except for the redstoning beneath. Except for this one, right here. Sorry about that, I just woke up so my throat kinda hurts right now, but as you can see, can't jump out. Let me get at the chests and kill people! There's actually an easy way to do this. As you can see, redstone torch is deactivated because there's a redstone torch powering the block above it. And that redstone torch will activate the piston. This redstone wire right here connects to the block, and when you power the block, it turns off this redstone torch, which takes away the power from this block, which turns on this redstone torch, and boom. As you will be able to see right here. Come on, press... No! Why is the lever not going? Oh, apparently you cannot use the lever with a lever. But as you can see, redstone wiring turned off this torch, which turned off the power to this block, which turned on this torch, which turned on the piston, which made it so we can jump out. Even though it was still technically floating at the time, so... Yay! Let's kill people! Hoo! Hoo! Nothing in the chest jets, but yep. As you can see, that's the basics behind the redstone wiring that you need. And this episode, I will be redstone wiring every single one of these bastards. Hooray. Like so. So which means I need to put a piston and then another brick in all of these. But I actually went into this vlog not really knowing what to talk about. I mean, the Devils do play tonight against the Canadians. It's going to be an interesting matchup. Brian Gianta of the Canadians versus Steven Gianta of the Devils, so that's an interesting dynamic, I suppose. It's going to be Stefan Matteau's first game in Montreal's Bell Center, which is widely considered one of the toughest places for any rookie to play for the first time. Stefan Matteau, obviously, a few games under his belt, but every rookie will tell you that their first game at Bell Center is always special, because Bell Center is always sold out, the fans are always raucous, and it's widely considered one of the best places to play as long as you aren't a Canadian who's messing up. If you are part of the Canadians organization and you're messing up, the fans are merciless. What the fuck? Well, shit. Yep, the fans are merciless. Not as... I mean, there are some different fan bases where the fans are merciless anyway, but you mess up, the fans hate you there. You do good, the fans love you there. So you can imagine how Canadians fans usually feel, considering they haven't been to the playoffs in how many years. No, I don't want two pistons. There we are. Even though I suppose I could do something with two pistons to make it so you don't have to jump out of the podium. But I don't want to do that. But yeah, it should be interesting to see how Stefan Matteau reacts to the being in the NHL. At Bell Center, rather. That's his, Devils are Owen. Okay, yeah, this is going to be his fourth game, which means after this he's only got one more game in the NHL before the Devils have to make a decision of whether or not to send him back to juniors or not. I personally predict, even though he's doing pretty damn well, I don't think he's ready to crack the NHL roster yet. Or rather, I would rather him be I'd rather him be more than capable before cracking the NHL roster. I'd rather not have him be like Landeskog and get on the third line. Even though Landeskog wound up getting Rookie of the Year over Henrique, which I thought was annoying, since Henrique did all of his work with the first line, whereas Landeskog did all of his work, oh my gosh, on the third line and the power play. Henrique was a beast on the penalty kill. And because he was on a rather good third line, he had a really good plus-minus, which I'm guessing is the only reason he got the Calder. But there we are. As you can see, we've got all of these ready. Now, all of these have to meet in the middle. And the reason for that is quite simple. It's easier to do the redstoning if they all meet in the middle. So this is coming in the middle. Hang on, guys. Alright, sorry guys, my sister was talking to me about a little something, but anyway. Yes, she heard me say that. Anyway, yeah, I did that off screen. I'm just doing this because it's nice and simple. Keep in mind, I've never really actually done this before, I just know how it's supposed to be done, so I'm putting the torches there just so I can see better, since, you know, it's always going to be dark under here. Blocks all the sunlight. If this was not on peaceful, there would be mobs spawning like crazy. Anyway. Just gonna do that. Alright. I gotta figure out how to get these all to connect properly, actually. I want to try to make it as symmetrical... That was weird. As possible. So that way all of the pistons will go up at the same time, rather than not have it be unfair for a certain player, so... Alright. And then this one. So these are the first 4. These were easy enough. They're all going to be connecting to this redstone torch, which will be unpowered by this redstone torch. So all the redstone wiring has to connect here, so I'm going to do the redstone wiring before I put any repeaters in, just so I know I got everything to work properly. There we are. Just want to make it so that this single redstone torch will be the one that gets all the pistons going. Alright, so got the first 4 going. Just gotta wait for it, and boom. I wonder if you can see that Skype notification that just came up on the bottom right of my screen. Not sure if you can, though. Okay. Now... There we are. Now the challenge is getting all of these together. I want to try to make it so these are all separated. Like so. So that they're not actually touching. There we are. But I want to keep them as close as possible, so like that. So 1, 2, 3. So I'd probably wind up having a repeater here and here. No, right there. That should do it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep, that works. If you didn't know, redstone can only reach 13 before it fizzles out and dies. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Fantastic. That's not going to reach. So I'll wind up having the repeater here. If you didn't know, repeaters actually delay the redstone current by about 1/4 of a second, so I want to try to make it so that they'll all reach relatively well. So I don't know how much this is going to be. Sorry. So this one is going to wind up going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Put the repeater there. Okay. So you see the general concept behind this. I want to try to connect those 2 to this. So I'm willing to bet there is a more efficient way to do this, but I don't know it because I'm dumb. Alright, now that that's connected, and... Yeah, I don't know much about redstoning, so this is probably the most efficient I will ever be with redstone. I'm just warning you right now. Actually, put that right there. Okay. Right, this is just what I want to make sure I get the redstone down first. Okay. Actually, would be perfect. Okay, that one's... Okay, they're all working right now, so I'll put the redstone torch right here. And then... There we are. I'd rather not have them connect, because... potential issues with it, so... There we go. As you can see, that's the first of my redstoning! Fan-fucking-tastic. Except for this one over here. Just want to try to get the torch in a spot where There we are. There won't be much of a delay. There we go. Alright, now the real challenge is getting the rest of these to work properly, which is going to take quite a long time, unfortunately. So I gotta find something to effectively vlog about. No, I'm gonna try something a bit different with this one. Just gonna connect... Ah, darn it. Oh, that would have worked, actually. Haha! Saving time. I should probably put a repeater in these just to be safe, considering. There we are. Just so that there's always a small time delay for each one. So. Yeah, let's just get these connected. I have a feeling this one is going to need 2 repeaters, so I might want to connect this somewhere else. Okay, so that's where it ends. Nope, does not need 2 repeaters. Okay, that worked. Oh, and this one I will just connect over here. Oh, wow. So much simpler and much cleaner. Boop, boop, boop. Yay, there's always going to be delay now. I'm awesome. Okay. Now, as I was saying, people, rookies will always tell you that Bell Center is one of the places that's the most nerve-wracking to play in. It's because the Bell Center is essentially the birthplace of hockey. Goddamn Canadians and their hockeyness. Get it. There we are. But yeah. That's the reason why the game against the Canadians is going to be so interesting. And plus, the Devils are currently undefeated, so... I think the only 2 teams that have a better record than the Devils right now are the Bruins and the Blackhawks. The Blackhawks and the Bruins, I think, are both... No, I think the Bruins are 4-0. The Blackhawks are 5-0. Lucky bastards. And I'm pretty sure that the Blackhawks tied a franchise mark there. I think they've never started better than 5-0. I know they've started around 5-0, so... Yay! I've almost got this completely done, actually. It's gonna be almost impossible to test for a delay, unfortunately. Okay. And now let's get this one going. But yeah, that's the reason why it's going to be really interesting, plus the whole Brian Giunta, Steven Giunta thing. If you didn't know, Brian Giunta used to be a Devil. Steven Giunta is his younger brother. Steven Giunta is currently a Devil, so that's going to be fun to watch. I don't know why I didn't just do it this way before. It's so much simpler this way. Alright, and boom. That's all of them up. Now I just want to go upstairs and check them all real fast. And all of them are working. Okay. And... Oh, I thought I was actually going to fall. Fuck. Ruined it for me. Alright, so... Yeah, if you didn't hear, every single one just went down. So I'm going to just extend this all the way. Though I should probably go one below just to be safe. Oh. Yeah, I do have to go one below because I need to make it so that the block below it is powered. There we go. I had to go one block below anyway, so... And I missed most of the blocks on my way up, so... Alright, now I'm just going to make a staircase up, so... I have a vantage point to see from. Just want to make it so that I could put a repeater there. The way I'm going to be building the tower where I will start the games from is going to be much better than this, so don't need to worry about this being permanent. I'm just going to go ahead and destroy this the second I'm done with it. You know, basically what America does to their forests. Wait, I live in America. I can't... shit. Anyway, there we are. And now for redstone wiring. Fan-fucking-tastic. Whoo! Yeah, the reason why you need to power the block instead of running the redstone directly to the torch is because if you do that, then the redstone gets powered. And you need the power to run into the block, so... Apparently there's actual electrical current stuff involved in that, but I don't know it, so I'm not going to bother with it. Alright, so there's going to be a repeater here. Yeah, that's a bit too high. Fuck. I done goofed! Well, I done goof a lot, so... There we are. Okay. And now this. Okay, so far so good. Just need to go right to the edge here, and... There it goes. I'm pretty sure there was very little, if any, delay there, so... Okay. Oh, I can't do it if I'm standing on it? Really? What the fuck? Try an empty hand. There is a very small delay, but nothing too bad, so... Proof of concept, get. Now, time to destroy all this. Hooray! Oh god. Alright, next task for me will be to build a sort of tower area for which people who... It will be their spawn point, and then I'll teleport them all to the, to their respective podiums. But the first thing I do want to do is I do want to get this done. What the fuck? What the fuck? There we are. I didn't use World Edit. Why is it doing that? Anyway, yeah, I just want to encase this in a wall. You know, just in case someone does fall to their death, they don't see all the redstone wiring underneath. I know I'll eventually have to get around the wall because... Fuck. I'll eventually have to get around the wall because, you know, gonna be running redstone wiring to the tower. But... Call it me wanting to be a symmetry nut. There we are. I'll fill in the wall off-screen, but it's a simple enough task, so... Yeah. Anyhoozle, yeah, vlogging about the Devils. This is not going to be just a vlog about the Devils. This is going to be a general vlog as well. We'll talk about politics, ethics, recent events. Wish I could have started this around bath salt time. Would have had a lot of funny things to say about bath salts and the way that Umbrella Corporation was trying to create the new T-virus with it. If you don't know that, it's a Resident Evil reference, and if you don't know that, then you, sir, are an asshole. Or you, madam, are a bitch. There we are. And almost done. Ah! Okay, after I do this, and I make the tower, I then have the... Wow. I make the tower, I have the challenge of making the tower look nice, and then I have the challenge of making the surrounding areas around here. I'm torn between an urban, sort of a jungly sky jungle environment or a sky city environment. I think I might go sky city since I started this out with bricks and it would be very painstaking to try to replace all of this. So yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I'll just make it sort of like a sky city environment. I will be doing something like with mossy cobble as well. Maybe get some trees up in here. Wow, did I just say up in here? I'm white. I have no business saying that. Which, I don't feel like talking about douchebag gangsters. Not today. Maybe another time. The whole point of me vlogging is for me to blog about whatever the hell I want, and usually that's sports. Speaking of which, talk about those Darrell Revis trade rumors. God. And... Well, I do understand it from a business standpoint. Darrell Revis wants to be the highest paid defenseman in history, which means he's going to want over $100 million. The Jets are already $19 million over the cap for next year. Darrell Revis is scheduled... Is not scheduled, wow. He is scheduled to get... Actually, yeah, he is scheduled to get about $3.9 million. And he's probably going to want an extension this year, which means he's probably going to hold out. So, I see the Jets, Woody Johnson, thinking, well, I'm not going to be able to re-sign him, might as well get the highest value I can for him. And just those rumors alone are generating interest from teams, so that's nice. And I understand it from a business standpoint. As a fan, I hate it, but if I want to be a pure businessman, I say the Jets kind of have to do that. Get the highest value they can for him in picks or young players that won't cost too much. There we are. Because without Revis last year, we still ranked number 2 against the pass, which was obviously second best in all of football, so... It's not like we absolutely have to have Revis, it's just a really good vocal leader, and I'm hoping Antonio Cromartie can step into that role, because if he can step into the role of vocal leader, then he can sort of, well, not replace Revis, because no one can. He turns the best receivers in the league into non-factors, which means no one wants to throw in his general direction. About the only top receiver in the league that I've noticed has had success against Revis is Vincent Jackson. Even then, not too bad, just a couple of bad plays by Revis. And, hell, everyone has bad plays, so... And there we are, almost done here. Almost done. Ow, my brain hurts. If you were wondering what happened to Pokemon yesterday, where I uploaded a vlog, I uploaded Mountain Blade for the first time, and then I uploaded Dark Souls. I recorded an episode of Pokemon, and like promised, it was over 40 minutes long, pure recording. But for some reason, unbeknownst to me, I need to make this too lower actually. For some reason, completely unknown to me, for some reason Camtasia crashed and I lost the video file that Camtasia was making, and I had already saved it, so I lost an entire recording, basically. Luckily, I didn't do too much, and when I do record Pokemon again, I'm going to tell you what I did lose. I did not lose a gym battle, luckily. I would actually restart the game if I had lost the gym battle. Not if I had actually lost fighting the gym, if I had lost the recording of fighting in the gym. But yeah, I'm probably not going to be getting the next member of my party for... Well, actually one of the next members of my party is relatively close, but the next member of the party I won't be getting until after I get the 4th gym badge, because I need Surf to do it. So yeah, that's not going to be happening for quite a bit, unfortunately for me. Come on. There we are. So yeah, in these vlogs, generally, I'll use my ADD to my advantage, not being able to focus on any one thing, and I'll ramble about random shit until I get bored of Minecrafting. Last time that was 27 minutes. I did work a little bit after that, I just didn't record it, obviously. Because, you know, it wouldn't have been very interesting to see me painstakingly get the podiums into the right spot and then extend the platforms. The redstoning is a little bit more interesting, which is why I kept it in. Now, in order to make, like, structures, like, really good structures, I'm not good with making very good grand structures at all. I'm good at making small houses. Structures, however, I'm actually quite bad at, so... I got an email! Let me see what this is. And my phone is working, so I can actually use my phone. Neither thing I'm used to. Not used to. Neither thing I really want. And I do have to thank my sister for commenting on my Pokemon Heart Gold LP. If Mary, for watching this, thank you. She... Wait, you actually nicknamed your Ditto Baby Maker. Yes? Yes, I did. Many people may think that's vulgar, but you have no many ideas. You have no idea how many ideas of jokes that puts into my head, so... It was as much for my comedic future as for your immediate comedic interest. No, stop messing up me! Okay. We're almost done. By almost done, I mean we're not quite done at all. This project will, in all likelihood, take me over a month. And that's if I work on it every day. And I don't think I'm going to release over 30 vlogs, so... I might just do a whole bunch of work on it and just not tell you guys, so... And there we are. As you can see, that will be the floor. Eventually, the redstone wiring... the redstone wiring for this will eventually snake under or out of here, but... Yeah, I just want to get this done, and then... We'll call it a day. This is probably going to take me at least another 20 minutes considering how large the place is. I would normally be listening to music at this point, but I'd rather not have my video taken down for copyright infringement for me listening to Five Finger Death Punch and Iron Maiden, so... Yep, you guys don't get to listen to music because I'd rather not have my videos taken down. Now, this is much slower than what I was doing before, but fortunately, you can't hear the mouse. This, however, is much faster, as you can tell, but you can hear the mouse during it. Leave a comment asking, actually telling me which one you want me, rapidly clicking, or me not rapidly clicking. Let me get under here, and... Alright, as you can see, I've got the border down, so what I want to do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Darn it. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4... Wait, 5. Yep. This is what I always do. I always divide this so that it's relatively easy for me to just roll along and finish it out. As you can see, I probably could have gone one more, actually, so... Yes, I could have, so that works much better. I call it scaffolding. Other people will tell you it's a waste of time, but I like it. It makes building more interesting for me, so... There we go. And that last one should also be perfect. Oh god, lag spike. Damn you, Fraps, for creating a new video. If you guys want more updates about how my other LPs are going, Valkyria Chronicles not doing it until I get the new TV, which means I'm not doing it until I get my income tax return, which means it won't be up for at least another 3 months. Or 2 months, depending on how quickly I file my return. And how quickly my return gets back to me. My return is pretty good this year, so I will be able to afford that TV. There's a couple things I'm going to be doing with that income tax return, including getting a new air conditioner for the upstairs bedroom. Because the upstairs bedroom is the hottest in the entire house. I should know, that was my bedroom for the longest time before I got into the basement. The basement is much cooler, which is much better for me, because even in the winter, I occasionally don't sleep with pants on. You didn't need to know that, did you? No, but occasionally in winter, I still, in the basement, this is how warm-blooded I am, I will sleep in shorts. Not a shirt and shorts, just shorts. With the temperature being like 100 fucking not 100, like -2 degrees out, I'll still sleep in shorts. For some reason, I'm that warm-blooded, and my blanket is that warm, so... Yep, as you can see, this one, I don't need to rapidly click, which means you guys don't get to hear the annoying mouse. God damn it. There we are. That's the only annoying part about doing this, is occasionally you'll get a block on top if you go too high, but... Anyway, this will completely, utterly wall off the, the redstoning, so no one will be able to see it. Which is only going to be used so if someone falls to their death around here. I'm going to have pitfalls around here. Like in this immediate area. So that they can fall below. So there will be a chance that someone will occasionally try to be able to see the redstone wiring, but it's not too bad. The most annoying thing about making a Hunger Games map is making it look realistic. And keeping, like, depth and stuff, like making things thick. Like, for what I'm doing, a Sky City, I need to make sure the ground looks thick, any sort of, like, mounds of, like, dirt look thick and stuff. I can't just half-ass it. Because if I half-ass it, no one will want to play it, so... Keep in mind, this is done entirely without plugins, entirely without world edit, so I'm doing all this painstakingly, trying to be exact. Even though if I'll probably eventually put this up for download, people will probably wind up using this, if people wind up using this, rather. They'll use this in bucket servers with the Survival Games plugin. For some reason, I'm suddenly incapable of running a server, because my bucket servers, I keep getting Java errors for no apparent reason. And my vanilla servers, for some reason, no one, not even me, can connect to it. If any one of my viewers is an IT nut who knows about Minecraft servers, please, please, tell me what the hell's going on, because I can't even connect to my own Minecraft server, which is ridiculous. It's my IP address, and I can't connect to it. I don't understand it. I've checked my port forwarding information, I've checked my firewall, I've disabled my firewall, I've reinstalled Minecraft, I've reinstalled the server, I've updated Java, I've downgraded Java, I've reinstalled Java, nothing works. I can't get my server to fucking work. It's ridiculous. If anyone knows this kind of problem I'm having, please let me know. I think it's probably a problem with Verizon upgrading my phone lines or something. I hope not, though, because the only thing that would change would probably be the port forwarding from the router, and I've made sure the port forwarding works, unless Minecraft changed their TCP to something other than 25556, I think it is. Can't remember exactly. I'm not that much of a nerd where I'd remember Minecraft's TCP exactly. But yeah, that's probably the only thing that would probably change it is if Minecraft changed their TCP. I just need to go into the port forwarding and update it, but I doubt that's it. Minecraft has used that TCP since their beta release, I think. Their beta multiplayer release, rather. Sorry about that, my throat was getting clogged. I hope I'm not getting sick again, because I had a coughing fit last night that actively shot my throat. I couldn't talk. I tried talking. I actively panicked, because I actually had trouble breathing after that as well, but just sitting up got that better for some reason. When I cough when I'm lying down, I don't know. Something weird with my body where it doesn't want to breathe properly, and I almost die, no big. You know, my life was on the line, nothing major. Anyway, I think I've run out of things to really talk about. I don't feel like talking about politics or ethics right now, because if I do, I'll probably be talking for an hour, and you guys will be like, shut the fuck up! I'll finish doing this off screen, and then I'll see you for another vlog. So, if you guys liked it, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to me. Make sure to leave me a comment, guys, especially for this. I need to know what topics you want me to talk about. Wow, I cannot speak good. Because if I know what you guys want me to talk about, I can do some research on it beforehand, get you guys nice discussion. And, please don't ask me to diss Ron Paul, because it is one thing I'll absolutely not do, because Ron Paul is he's a studly old man. And no, I'm not gay. He's still a studly old man. Anyway, take care, guys.